The moment is here. Jerusalem, a focal point of biblical predictions, is witnessing the foretold prophecy of war in the land of Israel and an imminent attack on Jerusalem. The ongoing intense conflict between Israel and Hamas prompts many to question if the return of the Messiah is at hand. Are these prophecies about to unfold, or will an unexpected peace prevail? Let's dive into this video today to know. Jerusalem, a city steeped in biblical significance, is central to God's narrative. God designates Jerusalem as his chosen dwelling in passages like 2 Chronicles chapter 6, verse 6, and Psalm chapter 132, verses 13 and 14. Modern Israel's roots trace back to post-World War II, shaped by the harrowing Holocaust experiences that fueled a fervent desire for a Jewish homeland. The Zionist movement, advocating for a Jewish state, gained momentum, leading survivors to seek refuge in Palestine. The establishment of Israel brought diverse skills, shaping the nation's fabric. From a religious perspective, it signifies a revival for the Jewish people, fulfilling biblical promises of restoration. Prophecies in Jeremiah and Isaiah foretell God's gathering of his people with promises of forgiveness and prosperity. The establishment of modern Israel aligns with God's covenant with Abraham, making Jerusalem a pivotal player in these narratives. Jerusalem's prophetic role. The Bible, particularly Zechariah chapter 8, verse 3, emphasizes Jerusalem's vital role in God's plan for Israel. Prophecies anticipate Jerusalem as a focal point in the end times, facing challenges and the Antichrist's demand for worship. Zechariah chapter 14, verses 3 and 4, foretells divine intervention on the Mount of Olives, crucial for establishing God's kingdom on earth. Historically, Jerusalem gained religious significance in Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. The Temple Mount, central to Jerusalem, holds unmatched sanctity. The deep connection between Jerusalem, Israel, and religious faith is pivotal for believers. Ancient prophecies seen in Israel's rebirth and the anticipated Third Temple suggest scripture unfolding. Also, numerous prophecies concerning Jerusalem and Israel have seen various degrees of fulfillment. Some completed, others partially fulfilled, and some awaiting realization. One such prophecy is the transformation of the once barren land. The transformation of once barren land into a thriving and fruitful landscape is an amazing prophecy fulfilled. In the Old Testament, God promised abundance and fruitfulness to the people of Israel. Zechariah's prophecy envisioned prosperity with words like, "The seed will grow well, the vine will yield its fruit, and the ground will produce its crops." This ancient prophecy finds realization as Israel, once barren and desolate, conquers challenges posed by its arid climate and limited water resources. Leveraging advanced agricultural practices, Israel stands as a global leader in agricultural technology. Sophisticated irrigation methods, including drip irrigation, maximize crop yields while minimizing water usage. Research efforts yield drought-resistant crops, requiring less water and boosting productivity. Water management strategies like desalination address water scarcity by transforming seawater into usable water. Land reclamation and soil improvement projects breathe life into unproductive areas, turning them into fertile agricultural lands. Witnessing this agricultural progress, we witness the unfolding of ancient prophecies about the land's greening and abundance. Next is the reconstruction of the Third Temple. Another compelling biblical prophecy regarding Israel revolves around the reconstruction of the Third Temple. This prophecy, rooted in passages from books like Ezekiel and Daniel, particularly Ezekiel chapters 40 to 48, unfolds a detailed vision of a future temple. Ezekiel's divine revelation unveils the temple's measurements, design, and splendor, portraying it as a magnificent structure where God's divine presence will dwell among his people. In Daniel chapter 9, verse 27, the book of Daniel adds to this narrative, referencing a ruler who will make a covenant cease sacrifices and offerings, hinting at the desecration of a future temple. These prophecies have sparked widespread discussions and heightened expectations surrounding the Third Temple's rebuilding. The significance lies in its role as a sacred place of worship, where God's covenant with his people can be fully observed. Many interpret this reconstruction as a crucial sign heralding the imminent arrival of the Messiah, fulfilling prophecies by Hebrew prophets. For Jews and Christians alike, the Third Temple symbolizes redemption and is a central hub for worship, allowing a complete adherence to their covenant with God. The Third Temple in Christianity and Judaism. The anticipation of a Third Temple arises from the biblical destruction of the First and Second Temples. This anticipation shapes the beliefs of Judaism and Christianity. Christians vary in interpreting the need for a physical temple due to the New Covenant's spiritual emphasis, viewing believers as temples. In Judaism, views diverge on whether human efforts or messianic intervention should lead to the temple's construction. Reinstating ancient sacrifices remains pivotal, seen as atonement and fulfilling biblical prophecies. The temple's rebuilding signifies redemption and peace, aligning with messianic expectations and stirring debate about its theological significance within both faiths. Interfaith tensions and historical records. The construction of the Third Temple faces intense political hurdles due to its location on the Temple Mount, sacred to both Jews and Muslims. This potential rebuilding could upset the delicate balance, leading to conflicts. The Dome of the Rock, an Islamic landmark, adds complexity, symbolizing conflicting narratives in Jerusalem. The historical Temple Mount has been a persistent source of debate, with some Muslims disputing its connection to the Jewish temples. The construction of the Dome of the Rock by Abd al-Malik ibn Marwan heightened tensions, seen as an effort to assert Islamic dominance. Hamilton's discoveries. Additionally, a powerful earthquake damaged the Al-Aqsa Mosque, prompting British archaeologist Robert Hamilton's excavations, revealing historical insights, including a staircase and a mikveh indicative of a past Jewish community. After a powerful earthquake in Jerusalem, the Al-Aqsa Mosque on the Temple Mount faced significant damage, particularly to its southern wall. British archaeologist Robert Hamilton seized this opportunity to conduct excavations around the mosque and its surroundings, unearthing remnants that unveiled historical secrets. Hamilton's discoveries included coins from the Second Temple period, providing tangible evidence of human activity and habitation during that specific era. This find lent credence to the historical significance of the Temple Mount, particularly concerning the existence of the Second Temple. Additionally, Hamilton unearthed remains of a Byzantine mosaic about half a meter below the mosque's damaged floor. This mosaic, along with other artifacts such as mosaic stones, column capitals, and marble fragments, indicated the presence of structures from the Byzantine period. These findings added layers to the historical narrative, unveiling the Temple Mount's rich and diverse past, paving the way for Reconstruction. Amidst the complexities of the Temple Mount's historical layers, the Temple Institute in Jerusalem stands as a beacon of Jewish resilience and preparation for the reconstruction of the Third Temple. Established to study and prepare for this eventual reconstruction, the Temple Institute has tirelessly focused on researching and accurately recreating the sacred vessels and instruments necessary for temple service, following ancient Jewish texts' exact specifications. The Temple Institute's notable achievements include replicating the golden menorah, the altar for incense, and the table of showbread, each with historical significance. They've also recreated the copper laver for ceremonial washing and replicas of the high priest's garments. Crucially, the Institute prepares for the Third Temple by acquiring a red heifer without blemish, a vital element for purification rituals. Collaboration with diverse groups, including a Christian one, underscores the collective dedication to meeting specific biblical requirements for this historical endeavor. Reenactment of Tradition. In a striking recent development, the Temple Institute reenacted the water libation ceremony in ancient times. The event was led by Rabbi Israel and esteemed rabbis to educate people about the ceremony's significance and express a collective yearning for the day when the Third Temple will stand. The reenactment procession, adorned in priestly garments mandated by the Bible, traversed through Jerusalem's Old City. Passing archaeological remains, an Arab village, and reaching the Shiloh Spring, participants experienced a symbolic journey mirroring ancient pilgrimages. The reenactment culminated in an open area near the Western Wall, with a model altar set up as it was during temple times. While not open to the public, the water libation ceremony reenactment symbolizes a connection to historical traditions and rituals associated with the temple. Participants, drawn from various locations, expressed their hope for the future rebuilding of the Third Temple in Jerusalem, turning this symbolic event into a focal point of celebration and shared aspirations. Antichrist. The Bible talks about a scary event that might happen in Jerusalem among all the other prophecies. The books of Daniel, 2 Thessalonians, and Revelation talk about someone called the Antichrist. This Antichrist is supposed to be a powerful and tricky person who goes against God and wants to control the whole world. The prophecies say that the Antichrist will show up when things are in chaos, acting like a great leader promising peace. But the truth is, he wants to trick people and take them away from God. The Antichrist is said to do amazing things, getting a lot of followers. Ultimately, he plans to set up a single world government and make everyone worship him. He will be tough on people who believe in God, causing a hard time known as the Great Tribulation. As for Israel, the prophecies say that at first the Antichrist will make an agreement with them, but later he'll break that promise and turn against Israel, causing a really tough time for the nation. Right now there's already conflict between Israel and Hamas, and while the Antichrist hasn't shown up yet, some think this prophecy is starting to come true. Many believe these events are part of God's plan, especially for Israel. With past prophecies about Israel coming true, some say this could mean the end is near and the return of the Messiah is close. People are encouraged to be ready for this, staying devoted to Jesus and having strong faith, as Christ is believed to be the eternal ruler. What do you think of the Bible prophecy in Israel? Comment below and subscribe for more.